Mirroring, reflecting, paraphrasing and summarizing are all different ways of saying back to the children what they said to you, which shows them that you're paying attention. In this video, we will explain the differences between these 4 counseling skills and how you can apply them. Mirroring is copying the behavior of the child. You can mirror his nonverbal behavior, for example, crossing your legs when the child crosses his, but you can also verbally mirror him. That means repeating what the child said, word for word. If a child says, "I felt really heard," you would say, "You feel really heard." Mirroring helps build a connection between you and the child. It helps the child feel they're being heard and understood, and offers him an opportunity to expand on what he has said without getting sidetracked or interrupted. You avoid any risk of misinterpretation. Mirroring can, however, make you sound a bit like a parrot if you use it too much, so it's best to use it in moderation. Paraphrasing is listening to what the child is saying to you and then saying it back in your own words. So this happened to you, and then you experienced this, and then you did this as a result, and that was a reaction. Does that sound right? By paraphrasing, you can show the child you're not just listening, but that you care about what he's saying and that you want to understand. It also gives you a chance to check in, to see if you're hearing things right and are not bringing your own thoughts and feelings into your interpretation. Maybe what you think is important is not actually important, or you miss out on details that are important for the child. By paraphrasing, the child can clarify and you can get to a shared understanding, so you make sure you're on the same page. Sometimes, hearing what he has just said can help increase a child's own understanding of the situation as well. To paraphrase and check your understanding, you could use phrases such as, "So what you're saying is," "So I hear you saying," "Is that right?" Reflecting and paraphrasing are very similar. The difference between them is that you reword the factual content when paraphrasing and the emotional content when reflecting. It's not always easy to separate the 2 skills, and in practice, they are often combined as well. By reflecting, you show the child that you have not only heard what he is saying, but also what feelings and emotions he is experiencing when sharing his story. To be able to do that, you need to be really tuned in, so you can pick up on the emotions that are expressed, both verbally and non-verbally. Let's look at an example. My mother told me that I was adopted when I was 13 years old. After that, I went wild for a while, running around with a bad crowd. I didn't know who I was anymore. My world fell apart. You were lost and confused. Yes, and it took me ages to feel like myself again. Actually, I still don't. I still feel lost in some ways. There's still a sense of things not being right for you, of missed connections. Parts of the story are missing, large parts. I want to meet my natural parents, but I'm terrified too. Terrified that they might not want to know me. The fear of possible rejection makes you feel anxious. Yes, and this fear keeps me from doing anything. The youth worker's responses are framed in a way that keeps the focus of attention on the emotional content of what the child is saying. She focuses on feeling words, such as confused, fear, rejection, and anxious. Because of that, the child feels free to express his fears and anxieties. Sometimes, people are afraid to acknowledge strong feelings because they don't want to distress the person listening to them, or because they feel they might become overwhelmed themselves. When strong or negative feelings are validated, children are often very relieved. It can be the first step towards really clarifying and even managing a problem. Summarizing is collecting all main points of a conversation and creating a structured overview of what has been said. Summarizing is very similar to paraphrasing. The difference is that summarizing tends to cover a longer period of time. It's usually done at the end of a session to bring that session to a close. But it can also be used throughout the session if a number of different topics have been mentioned. It can be used to help bring things together, to simplify them and make them manageable. It can also help the child focus and help him decide what's most important for him to discuss. And last but not least, summarizing, like reflecting and paraphrasing, allows you to check if you understood the child well. It gives the child the opportunity to add information that might still be missing or emphasize certain aspects of the story.